Hey, how's it going? I'm IlaGolden and welcome to my vlog. Okay, alright. So, this time we are going to be talking a little bit about Hyena Boy and what's going on with Hyena Boy and why there's going to be a little bit of a delay on the release of Hyena Boy as I'm still filming this video. So basically what happened towards the end of January was I got an email through from Lulu telling me that the IBSN number on the inside of the book version of Echo was the wrong one and that I needed to correct it. Yeah, this is like 2 months after it had been released, so it was a little bit, kind of annoying. That was fine. I went through and I corrected it and whatever. And as I got to the end of that process, I was brought to a page that informed me about this competition for unpublished books to essentially win free book cover design and editing and publicity and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, well, the deadline was, I think, less than 7 days away at that point. And Hyena Boy, I still hadn't, I'd done a couple of redrafts with it. And I needed to go through and add to it because it was still kind of on the short side. And I think last time I sort of talked about it, I mentioned that it needed to be expanded. And it was at that point, I think, about 10,000 words short of their minimum. So I was like, that's a lot of work, but it's an amazing opportunity, and I shouldn't waste this opportunity. So I've entered said competition, but unfortunately, although the closing date was the end of January, the winners aren't necessarily going to be announced until the end of April. And it's such an amazing opportunity, and it's going to help. Fingers crossed, it would help so much. I'm like, there's no reason for me to not postpone the release of Hyena Boy, even though March was when I'd really like it to be released because it ties in with Jay's birthday and the fact that the book itself, the modern part, or the him writing bit part of it happens in March, and like March would be just like the perfect month for the book to come out. I want this opportunity and I don't want to ruin the opportunity by kind of going, well, no, I'm just going to stick to my own deadlines and whatever else. So I'm like, okay, no, I will still get this book released this year, but I will push back the release date a little bit, and I will wait and see if, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I mean, I stand as good a chance, I guess, as anybody else who has entered. Have to admit, it did feel a little bit like fate, both in terms of, just generally motivating me into doing the work that I knew I needed to do, because I'd been a little bit undermotivated because I was kind of like, 3 months, plenty of time. Knowing full well that, after I did all the extras and adding on of stuff, which is what I did, I'd still need to go through and edit it myself and whatever else. And at this point in time, I'm kind of like, I'm doing little bits and pieces, just in case I do have to, go it alone, as it were. But like things like going through and doing a proper edit again, I'm sort of postponing a little bit, and things like, making the cover, I'm postponing a little bit and stuff like that, because it is an amazing opportunity, and I don't want to not have done any of the pre-work, but at the same time, I don't want to do too much of it because I don't want to waste any of my efforts. And, I don't have that much time to do stuff, because I do work, and I am limited on the amount of energy that I have, so I don't want to waste a whole lot of effort and energy. I don't need to waste a whole lot of effort and energy having said that, as I've mentioned, I have done a few small bits and pieces. I've made some promo videos, the first of which should be out already, the second of which will be out tomorrow. I am doing a month of J on my Twitter. How successfully I will continue or will be doing that is very dependent on me, I guess. But I don't want to waste March. I don't want to waste the potential that March has as a marketing device and a advertising device and as a promotional device, or whatever word it is I'm looking for right here. I don't want to waste March because it is so important in terms of the story. It's so important in terms of the character and in terms of me as well, also being born in March. I just feel like I want to do all of these little bits and pieces that I would have done anyway, that can still be utilized if and when I actually win, and at the same time sort of not do too much because I don't want to be wasting effort and energy if it's sort of it's one of those really difficult and complex sort of situations where you want to be doing it because it's your instinct to want to sort of do it, but at the same time, if you do too much, then yeah, it's like I can't work on the cover, and I was originally going to be working on the cover. However, I have made this. I have made Jay's iconic headband. Well, a kind of recreation of Jay's iconic headband, which makes me happy. that's the important thing, right? I've made something that I've kind of wanted to make for years, regardless, and that took me a few days to do, and that was quite fun. So yeah, it is. Yeah. Not quite sure how much else I or what else I can sort of really say. But the additions and the changes that I've made to the book and to the story, I think, have been very much worth it. As I said, if nothing else, if it was fate that I was made to find this competition through the circumstances that I was, I'm not saying that it's fate that I was supposed to win. I don't necessarily believe that's true, but I do think it was what I needed to kick me up the bum and get me to do these additional bits I needed to do, and I'm happy and I'm very excited about just how good the book has shaped up because of it. So, if I'm talking about it being fate, it's being fate that kicked me up the bum. It's not, if I win, then yeah, it was fate that I was meant to win. But if I don't win, then it was fate because I needed that little kick to basically kick me into gear and to basically make the book so much better, because it is, in my opinion, I've done so much to make it so much better, and it is, it makes me happy. So you guys have got some J-related stuff to look forward to this month, and depending, some of it may roll into April a little bit as well, because obviously I now don't know when the book is coming out, and I want to sort of generate as much hype as possible, or to keep the hype alive. So definitely in April and May, expect there to be extra little bits and pieces, or expect me to sort of be like promoting various things that I've already done for it, because I believe in this book, and I think that's one thing I sort of said, like every single time that I've spoken about it. I do believe in this book. I do think that it does need to be out there, and it does however I get it out there, it will do whatever it will do. But it's I found this opportunity, and I've taken this opportunity, and whatever becomes of this opportunity, who knows? at this point, maybe by the time this goes up, because obviously, as I've said to you guys before, I do film these a little bit in advance. I might have news one way or the other. Probably not the other way, because I doubt I will hear the other way until definitely after April. But I may hear positive news before April. But who knows? Who knows? You really can't tell with these kinds of things. And all I can sort of do right now is do what I can, and put in as much effort as I feel I can put in right now to, either edit the book or to promote and build hype and whatever, and just wait until I know for sure one way or the other what's going on, and then take it in whatever direction it goes from there. So yeah, it's kind of exciting and nerve-wracking and frustrating and pretty much every other emotion you can sort of slot in there all at the same time. But yeah, I thought you guys should know what's going on. I thought it's only fair, because I'd sort of mentioned in my last update, and I think I'd mentioned in the Hyena Boy video itself that I wanted to release sort of end of March, and I want you guys to sort of understand that, yeah, if I could still release it at the end of March, I would definitely still release it at the end of March. But I got to take advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to me, however they are presented to me. And for now, I need to sort of hold off and wait and find out if this is something that is, going to blow the lid off my writing career, or if I'm still going it alone. So, yeah, and I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys are enjoying any of the Hyena Boy promotional stuff that you have either read or watched so far. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time for Hyena Boy either way, so watch this space. Definitely watch this space. Okay, so next time we're going to be talking about character designs, and how I design characters. I'm talking sort of, I guess, a little bit visually here, because I do, as I'll explain, describe my characters, whether it's what they're wearing, what their hair is like, and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it might be a fairly interesting one to talk about, especially since I put the writer's tips on hold for now, for those of you who weren't aware. So yeah, the next one will be on character design, and I hope you guys found this one interesting. I hope you're sort of looking forward to the next one, because it's not birthday related, unfortunately. I will see you next time. See ya! If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. See ya!